Well, welcome back everyone to Somewhere in the Barn, and my friend Rick and I are on our way on this beautiful, slightly damp middle of May morning to the swap and sell at the Tri-State Gas Engine and Tractor Association in Portland, Indiana. And if you like old stuff, man, this is the place to go. You can get a little bit of everything. Supposed to be just tractors and engines, but they don't hold it to that. At the actual summer show in August, all of the show displays, the antique tractors, the steam engines, everything is on this side of the fairgrounds. Going across the road here in the spring and in the fall, in October, is the swap meet area. One?
There should be 10 ones there.
Okay.
It's $9.
You're buying lunch then. Looks like somebody's making a moon buggy is what they were. They watched the Apollo landings.
It's a vehicle.
Right.
If there's any place that you can learn about vehicles, it's this place.
Yeah.
Combinations made up, parts put together in ways that...
I would definitely say it's a contraption.
Oh, I love it. And it's got spring. It's fine.
We had that bucket there. Air tires.
He told me what that cost. I forget.
I'd totally put NASA logos on that thing, drive around with a plastic bucket on my head.
Yeah. Muddy box.
A Goodyear outboard motor. That's neat. That's a rare one.
Sea breeze.
Yeah.
You know, like 4 horsepower under the rowboat.
Little bitty kicker. I remember when, oh yeah, All States and Ted Williams. And
I went back to length of the truck and was like, you know.
you know, I never noticed those vintage food containers until I went back to edit this video. It's a very 70s wood lathe. I got that same toolbox. V7.
Years ago, I had one similar to that. It was all beat up though.
Yeah, I got a nice one Dad found on Marketplace for $10. What do you have in the paint gun, sir?
Bill,
Albus.
Yeah,
15.
15. I want to take a look at that.
Huh?
Yeah, it's Taiwan.
We're sold by Developus.
Sold by DeVilbus. That must have been the price leader one. I look, and if I needed it, I probably would get it, but I got about 7 of them.
Yeah, because it's
So.
a 500 series.
Yeah.
See, it's 500
Yeah,
series.
it's probably a good gun, but I got a couple of them that were made in Toledo. If that had come out of there and it said DeVilbus, Toledo, Ohio, I'd had the $15 in your hand before you would have known what to do.
I'd have had blisters.
Exactly, yes, sir. Need some Chevy Impala logos? Well, there you go, right there. I also think I see a pair of stunt pegs off a BMX bike, which is something we did in the 80s. Black & Decker box. Just what yeah. Black & Decker.
Yeah, that's actually a Stanley one there.
Oh, yeah.
Solid dull as fuck. Like the one that Roy Underwood uses.
If I find what I want, it's one of the early Porter Cable R2D2 routers, the round ones. Yeah, Dad wanted to go, but you know him and mud. No, I'm not walking through a bunch of mud. All right. Well, there's gonna be mud. It's Portland. There's almost always mud. Coleman Model 200A lanterns, which are really cool, but kind of out of my price range. I got a couple of them, but that's enough. Yeah.
Here's one thing I'm looking for if I keep an eye on it. I'm missing the 1/8" shaving chisel, about this long out of a set that I got.
Okay.
I just took 3 his over there. You don't have
What brand?
any old socket chisel.
Okay. Well, if you don't find it today, I may have one. I've got a box of chisels missing handles I bought over the years, and I may be able to come up with one. Like a
Shaving down.
one. How are you doing?
not bad.
The Johnson Century.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's a Ted Williams 240.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, that one. This one's old one, USA. Bluger. I don't like them at all. No handle. Yeah, those are some augers. There's a good way to get your exercise in. Well, they got a T-handle on those. You ain't using a brace with those things. Not unless you're into like real soft poplar or basswood or something. Should have gone over and looked at that coop, but I was too busy trying to stay out of the mud.
Oh, I see it goes all the way down there.
It goes all the way over the place. I usually try to section it off, like pick one and... I keep seeing ads for cheap international cab overs. Man, I really want one, but I don't have the budget for that. Somewhere in the barn.
I'm pretty sure I follow you on there.
All right.
You video this normally every.
I'll have it up in a couple days.
All right.
I do a lot tractor stuff, farmals, old cars, a little bit of everything.
You pretty local around here?
Ohio, over by Findlay.
I'm South Dayton.
Okay. All right. Yeah, we're up 75 from you, about 100 miles. So.
Good deal. I'll look for it.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of these.
Cubs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't done any YouTube content on them yet, but
People love it.
yeah. Yeah. Back in the day, 20, 25 years ago, when the internet was first coming out, I was on all the Cub forums. At one point, I think I had 40 of those things.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I need to get back into it a little bit.
Oh yeah, that's good talking to you.
The problem with being with Cubs is if you get the space to do it, the Cub guys tend to become farm all guys. Because if a couple of Cubs are cool, an M is really cool, and then all of a sudden the barn's full of farm alls. And
we got a couple M's and H's.
yeah. Yeah, I got M's and H's and a 400. And
Yep, they're cool. You can't beat them.
yeah, you have a good one.
You too.
Yeah. Just headlights, no 3-point. Yeah.
Everything you need for bowl turning.
Yeah. Really want a big Dutch oven with the inset lid like that so you can put the hot coals right on top. Give them to the kids so they lose stuff, you're not out anything. Man, I get better shots of those flatheads. I ain't going over there. Got 3 of those. The damn safety switches keep going bad. I gotta bypass them. Those things are torquey as hell though. Probably like a South Bend. 9 or 10, something like that. And Jacob's truck. Oh, there's one of those.
I got one.
Do you?
Yeah.
This thing's pretty rare.
It goes this way or this way.
Yeah.
Barrel and boat making. Boat
Yeah.
making.
Pretty rare bird. $50
It's a
actually.
different brand.
113. That's a Bailey, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's Stanley.
This one's a Bailey.
Yeah, made by Stanley. It's old. It's got that.
Yeah. Go to
Yeah, more kickers. Big. That's Johnson, good size one. It's probably 8. Scott Atwater's neat.
it. Yeah. Those little things, there's a million of them out where my grandma.
Oh, sure.
Everybody had one of
Water witch. Yeah. Ah, you
those.
got
Sold by J.C. Penney's and came out.
Sure. If you have a 10, Western Auto was big for that.
We had a Western Auto in town.
Yeah. Well,
Motor till it wore out.
if you've got a 12-foot wooden punt, you don't need a 30 horsepower motor. It's not going to get you the crappie any quicker than the little one will. I've always had a thing for little toy post office trucks. I think it's because my grandma worked for the post office. Just neat. If you're wondering what all this stuff is, well, no one out here knows what all of it is, but we all know what some of it is, and we each know what different things are. So we all have our little area, and that's the beauty of a swap meet. Belt table. Good God. No, that's got to have been for like a horizontal mill.
Yeah.
Lord in heaven. How'd you like to move that thing around?
Some giant forklift dash.
Yeah. I don't know if that started as a struck. Like a struck Palomino, or can't get close enough to it to.
That's not a struck.
Or if it's somebody's contraption. It's a roof Palomino. The struck mini Jeep was a lot smaller. Here, let me hold that thing, Rick.
Yeah.
Heavier than it looks. This is all lathe, machine tool, mill parts, and tooling. This is Rick's thing, what he does. He's one heck of a good machinist. I'm not, but I know what all the stuff sort of does. These guys are magicians, though. They've got their own little world.
Crap.
Yeah. Amazingly, they didn't trash the table.
Yeah.
Got some Brindley stuff, Brindley garden cart over there. I spent a lot of time years ago chasing Brindley attachments for garden tractors, and man, you want to talk about an expensive obsession, there it is. Some of that stuff goes for some real money.
$55 for an import 82 series gas.
Yeah, no.
Roll stuff around.
Yep. Yeah. Safety saw.
That's just the box. Saw on it.
Vintage wheel horse area here. Man, this mud's slick. You gotta watch yourself. Oh boy. Sold.
That's been sitting outside for a long time.
Yep.
That's a man. I came from the same farm.
Yep. These two are fence row fresh, that's for sure. Well, we all have our vices. Probably a locomotive bell.
They're
Totally missed those steam whistles when I was looking at that table too.
Oh, you guys got walking strips here. That's a good idea.
Yeah.
A little treacherous out here. Yeah.
Kennedy Auto.
Kennedy Auto.
Chicago Heights.
Oh, that's cool. That is neat.
3-speed.
That is neat.
Tape kind of boogered up, but
Yeah.
quill's tight.
I still got one little one. I gave one to the neighbor.
If at this point you're looking at this stuff and going, man, I don't even know what I'm looking at, rest assured, neither do most of us. The great thing about these swaps is there's all kinds of different stuff, and if there's something for your specialty, whatever it is, you stand a decent chance of finding it. The rest of us, we're just going to be lost and confused.
Yeah.
Got home, was looking at it, and I'm like, what in the world? It was in pretty pristine condition. How you doing today?
I'm not doing too bad. It could be a little less muddy, but
Keeping your feet dry, are you?
no, can't say that.
Hard to do. You got the boots on.
Yeah.
Sorry about the wobbling around. I was doing my best to stay vertical.
They're repops. They don't have the boat on them. That's a bummer. If those had the boat on them, they'd be going home with me. Yeah, hang on a second. I'll look down. Yeah, Dad's always looking for those 39 Plymouth tail lights with the ship. If those had been ones with the ship, if they'd been $30, I'd have probably bought them for Dad.
Dad worked at Heathkit. He was a bench technician there, an engineer.
We've got at work, we've got a Heathkit darkroom timer. And I got some kind of big weird Heathkit amplifier, but I don't know what kind of amplifier it is. If it's a signal amplifier or a audio amplifier, I've got no clue. I've got to try to figure it out.
Have an angled run on it?
No, it's all square,
Oh, okay.
but it's huge. Yeah, I'd love to have one of those things. It's like a circus bear, but it's so like to have it. It's a lot of this stuff is trail bike stuff.
A lot of that is 1957 Chevrolet trim work right there on that table. Believe it or not, for the last 30 years, I have carried the exact same type of pocket knife. I carry a small Barlow. I probably have 15 or 20 of them when I can find them.
I don't know. I'm looking for Barlows. Like this, but the smaller one. I think it's too much of a chunk to carry. Pull your damn pants down. Cub stuff. A lot of it. Little farm all switches here. Yep. Clutch levers, narrow frame mount, footrest. Oh, not sure what that's off. I'd pull it. Headlight sets. Big Toro. That's a monster. I'm looking for a 60s Toro Whirlwind push mower with the streamlined cowling.
That'll get that one running. Sounds really good.
All right, putting your contraption on YouTube. You all right with that?
That's his. I'm sure he wouldn't care.
All right.
He wants to put a picture of that on YouTube. Oh, yeah. It's on there in places.
It's gonna be again. I love that. I'd love to have the skill to build something like that. It's not about the skill level. What it is about the time skill level balance.
How you doing?
Hot, sweaty, muddy.
Yep. Well, it's Portland.
Yep.
Everything in this row is $1, the whole way down through the tables. And
Okay.
this is like $5 over here.
Okay.
And then this stuff, and that stuff's priced different.
I don't think I've ever been out here when it wasn't muddy.
Really? This is a big show, boy. This is the biggest one I've been to.
Yeah, this is good.
Spring.
I gotta do some Cub stuff one of these days. Original. It's later. Got the later axles. Yeah. Prices have come way down.
I've got him.
Oh, little windmills are cool.
Vehicle hardware.
You'll shoot your eye out, kid.
It's holding a Daisy Red Ryder repeater BB gun, just exactly like the one in A Christmas Story.
Oh, huh. There's some oldies. Yep.
I always tried a bear burger, or had a ostrich burger,
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff. Yeah, we'll see it on a mini bike.
Yeah, cup holder. I want to insult you for a minute, and you can throw me out if you want. How about $15 in the Rockwell router?
Throw another $5 and I'll give you the parts for it.
Well, I was assuming the parts would be included.
Go ahead, take it.
All right. It'll go to good use. I promise you.
That's something I thought I had to have one time.
Yeah.
And you got a box of blades in there.
I'm just going to give you the 20 then. I'm not going to. I appreciate it. Yeah. You come down $2. And it's got all the stuff, so.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
Probably don't have an hour's worth of use on it.
It looks really good.
Yeah.
Rick was saying, oh, too bad the edge guide's not in there. And I reached down, there was that bag, and he's like, well, the edge guide's in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Yeah, I got a couple of its big brothers, the Porter Cable 690. Yeah. All right, well, thank you, sir.
got just about everyone ever made in the United States. Miners, miner style
Nice.
stuff. Everything.
I bought stuff from these folks before, but I don't know what I need farmall wise today, so.
Yep, really. Yeah. I'll pass.
Yeah.
How y'all doing?
Just taking my router for a walk.
Yeah.
Yep. Bait casters. Whole bunch of.
Yeah.
Best one I ever had was a 1960.
1960, that's probably about the time of that, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd say.
Nice original.
I'm pretty sure.
Not super early. She's got a creeper hole. Yeah.
So you're welcome to walk in here. That goes in this here.
Made in England.
Huh?
It's unusual. It's made in England.
Oh, really?
Most of them are made in Toledo, Ohio.
No kid.
Look at that. I've never seen one that was made in England. What you got on that? This is not the cup for it.
Tank.
Yeah. This is for a.
$5.
This is for a Binks.
This one's $5.
Yeah. I'll think about that. I got so many of them. They're cool though.
Oh dang.
All right.
Crescent brand?
Yeah. Government cheese.
These were files. That was from a woodworking guy, so he probably got drill bits and stuff in them, I imagine.
Yeah. I want to break $100 for a $3 item.
You have to swing back by after you break it.
I got $3. Okay. Bailing you out the whole damn time. Get $3 out of there.
Here you go.
Get you one?
Yeah,
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
take this one here. That's the 2 bits are going in.
Nice. Oh, that's a good idea. Shit. Hold on.
I know right where they at. I can put them with the lathe. I know right there, right there.
Hell yeah. There's any more in here. I think that's it. Sweet.
Cool.
Good thinking.
Man, that's a
Stanley.
there.
Ooh. Champion.
That's a champion. That's a champion.
$15 each.
Another
Stanley.
Stanley. Man, I was in the market for them and buy them, but I'm not.
Oh, no bees. No bees. Yeah.
I'm gonna clean them out.
I think I would have. Job Smith. That's neat. Rockwell. That's unusual.
Pretty common one. Oh, this is nice. This has the tumblers in it. No brand name on it. Cat 40 hole.
Yeah. Sir, your stuff all the way to the end?
Yeah, $1.
All right, that'll work. $1.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
What'd you find?
$1. The Vilbus, made in Toledo.
Turned out it was cracked though when I tried to get it working, so it's a parts investment now.
I don't need it. I ain't gonna pass it up for $1. It's getting very difficult to carry stuff. Corrugated. The number 7.
Yep. Same one I got. Same as my number
That's a
7.
keen cutter blade, not the Craftsman. Right there. Ram saw?
It runs. You take it back here and plug it in.
That's cool. Yeah.
$5.
$5.
$5.
Hi, border.
You got for $5.
Yeah. Hi, border collie. You're beautiful. No, but since nothing's running yet, I wasn't even bothering. At some point, maybe the fall one, I'll start looking.
Yeah. We should have a blade running by then.
Yeah. I hope so.
But the board wasn't any good then.
Yeah. Well, that's the Portland, Indiana Tri-State Antique Power Association, something like that. Association Spring Swap in Portland, Indiana. And it's a mud hole, but we found some cool stuff. We're out of here. We're gonna get back on the road, and hopefully this video comes out halfway decent. So for somewhere in the barn, we'll see you later. Oh, my feet are killing me.
Yeah, mine are tired even because I'm not used to wearing these boots.
Yeah,
We're back here, right?
I think so, yeah. You guys see this thing, the whole thing already? Yeah. It's a lot of walking, yeah. Whew. That's a pretty good haul.
That's what I came looking for, so I found it.
$1 paint gun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got some Zubcos. Let's get the air started.
About $60.
22.
50 bucks.
That's $10 to get us in.
Yeah.
Spent 20. I spent about 40 bucks.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Not bad. Stomach are growing.
Yeah.
Feed me, feed me.
Yeah.